Hello. So many people are asking me, send us the application link. I hope by now you have gotten the application link for those who are applying for the DV Lottery 2026. But if you have not, this is what I have been saying. The application link, you can find it by following this step. So I have my laptop here, and what I'm going to do, I just go open the Google page, and I'm going to type here DV program dot state dot gov. You see what I have there? Yeah, dvprogram.state.gov. Enter, and it is going to take you right to this page. U.S. Department of State Electronic Diversity Visa Program. See, so our State Department, our website for the 2026 diversity visa. So this one opened today, is now open. It opened today. You have the instructions here if you want to know. You have the photo examples. You have, and then you're told here the entry form is prepared in two parts. One for the primary entrant, that is the person we call the principal applicant, and the one for derivatives, if any. Those are the people you add. If you are married, you add your spouse, you add your kids. Those are derivatives. Each part must be completed correctly and completely before going to the next part. After all parts are completed, the entry will be submitted to the DV 2026 Processing Center. Click the link below to begin the entry process. You see this one? This is the link. Begin entry. You click there, guys. You click there. You see, once you click there, you have to type in, this is called authentication code, in order to show that you are a person, a human. So in my case, and it keeps on changing, by the way. So in my case, these are capital letters. I'm gonna put my cap and I will type R. These are very clear. RTYTAV. Mine are very clear. Sometimes they are not clear. So I want to show you something. If you get some letters that are not very clear, you can come here and click on this. You see these two arrows here? And that one will give you another code. Look at that. I get another code immediately. YT6RXK. So this code keep on changing. You can change them based on whether you actually understand or get to see the authentication code that is easier for you to enter. So I'm gonna enter this and see how the page look like, the first page. So Y, and these are capital letters, YT6RXK. Yes, and then I say submit. Once I hit on that, my form opens. Electronic Diversity Visa Entry Form, Part 1, Entrant Information. This is Part 1. And mostly this one applies for single people. They will only apply Part 1 because Part 2 will be for derivatives. So here you come, name. You put your last family name. You put your first name. You see, if you don't have a first name, there is this indication here. You can tick here and say no first name. You see, that's an option. You come here. If you don't have a middle name, you can click there and say you don't have a middle name. There is an option. You come number 2, gender. Gender, are you a male or a female? Let me say I'm a female. I click on that. See, birth date, you put, it's already given for you. You start with the month. I know, like from where I come from, we always start with day, month, year. But here you follow what is given. So month, day, year. And you see, month, 2 letters. 2 letters here means, like now we are October. So I would write 110, but of course this is your birth date based on when you are born. If you are born in September, you write 09. Day, 10, yeah, 1990. I'm just giving an example. You see, city where you were born. You have to continue applying like that. City where you are born. Number 4, enter birth city only. Do not enter district, county, province, or state. Birth city. If you're not sure about your birth city, after finding out and you cannot tell your birth city, you can come here and click birth city unknown. You just click that and move on. But if you know you are silly, you can write it right there. You see? And then you come number 5, country where you were born. There is a drop case here. You see? You click on that and you choose a country where you were born. Like in my case, I would say Kenya. I find Kenya. And by the way, instead of rolling like that, I can, yeah, I think that's the only option for now. I find Kenya. Kenya is here. I click on Kenya and it will show up right there. You see, I'm just illustrating for now. Then you come number 6, country of eligibility for the DV program. Your country of eligibility will normally be the same as the country of birth. Like in my case, I would say Kenya. Your country of eligibility is not related to where you live. It's not where you live. It's where you were born. If you are born in a country that is not eligible for the DV, please go to explanation of country of eligibility. You can click here. I have done videos on this to show, like, if you are born in a country that is not eligible to apply, how can you claim your eligibility, maybe through your spouse or through your parents' country of birth. All right. Are you claiming eligibility based on the country where you were born? I would say yes. So if not, you must enter the country from which you are claiming eligibility. If like me, I would just click here, yes. If you are claiming eligibility through the country of birth of your parent or your spouse, you'll come here and choose. A good example would be maybe like Nigeria is not eligible to apply, but a Nigeria person has a spouse in Kenya. I'm just giving this as a simple example. So you would come here and find Kenya because you are claiming eligibility of Kenya based on your spouse. All right. Number 7, entrant photograph. You are told all about photographs here. You are given the photo example. See, everything is provided. And then you're told a link to the photo instruction, photo examples page. You know, you are given all this. And I have done videos about photo standards. And you're given this as to check for the examples. I don't want to click on this because of time. But you'll come here now. If you want to upload your photograph, choose new photo. I click on that. If I have saved it here, I will just click on it. If I say this is like, let's say this is like my picture. Do I have a picture here to just use? Yeah, let me use one of my picture that I have used in my videos. I click on that. You see, it just upload immediately. This picture is not a good picture, by the way. That's all you should know. I am wearing glasses. It's not on a white background. It will go, but it's not a good picture, and that will not help me be eligible for this DV. Number 8, mailing address. Hey, I don't know whether I'll be able because of time. Mailing address in care of, it's optional. You don't have to write here if somebody is not going to receive that letter for you. You come to address 1. I can write here 796, PO Box 796, you know, which city. I jump. You see line 2 here is optional, meaning you don't have to write anything here. You don't have to write anything here. Here I can come and say PO Box, you know, 796, city, Nyahururu, you know, Laikipia, Kenya, postal code. This is the one I was talking about. Here we talk of zip code, but now you will talk about postal code. For those who are like in Africa, postal code, you find out about that. If you don't know, there is an option here. You can always check. No postal code, no zip code. But most of us will have like a postal code if you find about that. Country, you find your country. Number 9, country where you live today. Where are you living? That's where you're going to come here and scroll down. You see? You'll come here and click on that and you choose the country where you're living today. Phone number, it's optional. You know, nothing wrong by giving your phone number. but it's optional, like it doesn't matter if you don't give it out. Email address, you have to give your email address, you know, yeah, .gmail.com or .yahoo.com. Confirm your email address. You see, you have to rewrite your email address 2 times because it will be used. It will be used. All right, so note, this email address will be used to provide you with additional information if you are selected. It will not notify you whether you have been selected. Come May next year, when results will be out, I'll tell you guys how you're gonna check your results. But email is needed here for communication for those who will be selected. Now, number 12 is education question. I have done all this. I provided a video with all this information, guys. But you will require to, what is the highest level of education you have achieved as of today. Yeah. I know for people who always, the lowest here given is primary school only. If you got up to grade 8 or standard 8, you choose on that. High school, no degree. Those who got to high school but they never graduated, they never got the certificate, you know, they never did the exam, they can choose that. High school degree, that means you completed your high school and you got the certificate. Vocational schools, maybe for those who have something above high school, like diploma courses, you can go with vocational school, yeah, or some university courses, either of these. I know most of the questions are revolving around either whether you can make either of these 2 choices. University degree, of course, for those who have finished the year university. But, you know, if it is something above high school, you can either play around with either of these in a diploma course that can go to a vocational school or something. And if you are not sure, you can always feel free to go with the high school degree, because that is the eligibility requirement. You must have high school degree in order to apply for green card lottery. What is your current marital status? For those who will say unmarried, their form will end here. They will just, because once I say unmarried, I will not require to provide anything else under part 2. It's like you have finished your application as a single person. But for those who will say married, you know, there is married and my spouse not a U.S. citizen, married, my spouse U.S. citizen, divorced, widowed, legally separated, you know, enter spouse information. So if I say married here, let's say I'm married, or I say married, not a U.S. citizen, enter your spouse information. You know, here this one is for the legally separated. This portion here is for the legally separated. But if married and my spouse is not a U.S. citizen, you will move on. And then number of children, you will write. If you have 0 children, you write 0. If you have 1, 2, 3, the number you have, you write there. And you are told the number, the children who count. You know, biological children, legally adopted children, or stepchildren who are unmarried and under the age of 21 on the date of your submission of this entry. So if you have a child who is below 21, just below 21, as by the time you are applying, you can include them here. No problem. So I will not be able to continue because you are supposed to click here continue after you have finished part 1. That's why you see, because I was not feeling anything, I was just explaining. But for the singles, the application will end at part 1. But if I complete everything here and I click here continue as a married person, I will go to part 2, which will now allow me to add the information of my spouse and my children and upload their pictures. And that's it. That is how you apply for the DV lottery, guys. You know, I said I will be showing you these things. This is Wanjiru USA. Again, always empowering with the information. If you can do this, it's very, very easy, very, very simple. You just need to do as I have been guiding you guys through the videos. All the best for those who are applying for the DV lottery 2026. Bye bye.